Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. I know it's been a while and I'm sorry about that. We just got school, procrastination, and just boredom with the game sometimes. Okay, anyways, this is going to be a video on tactics and just like 3 basic things that any new player or really anybody should know. So let's say hypothetically you're sweaty Germany man, alright? And it's 2019, all right, and you want to invade Poland, but oh no, for once Poland's a competent player. Okay, well, one strategy you could do if you don't want to do tanks, I have these here for later. The infantry strategy is just basically overwhelming your enemy with infantry. I only have 300k just for example. Basically make sure auto merge is off so that way you can do a line. So this is your line strategy. Honestly, you would probably just want to make a border with them, because the benefits of making a line border with your enemy is that no area is undefended and it gives you good attacking power. So when you want to attack, you can do auto capture and crap, and your guys will cover the border and they'll go in all directions towards your enemy's capital or cities or whatever. The cons of it is that this has actually very limited actual like unit attacking power, because basically if you let's say hypothetically this Poland wants to like hold down on one city and they got like tanks and artillery and infantry like all in Warsaw or something like that, and this is not going to work for that. So how to combat that is our second strategy, is you can actually basically blitzkrieg them with, well, actually I'd like our tanks to be all together. And our second strategy basically is, if you want to eliminate out your enemy, you're going to need power, and either be flipping sweaty China with all your manpower in the world and just send waves of soldiers until they're dead, or you can play it smart and maybe send in tanks or just barrage them out with infantry. So this strategy with the tanks I like to use sometime is basically you're going to have to force your enemy to come to you. And you can use tanks basically just to blitzkrieg the nation. Let's say they're going to hold down somewhere and I want to use my tanks. Well, I like to call this a coil kind of thing, because it looks like a coil where you just press form line and you left shift click it, which every single time you click they're gonna break off into like a half. Basically it keeps on having and having until you're ready. Press form line and crap, and your tanks are gonna break out in all directions, and you could just basically press auto capture. Now that's good if you killed the enemy, but however, if you want to eliminate them separately, like wherever they're holding down, artillery. And if you want better artillery than what they have, if they're bringing artillery, go to your technology. Make sure it's support, because artillery's in support, doesn't have its own thing right now. Support firepower. Range is good. I mean, 1 or 2 might be good, but I would not max out your tree and mobility. Save it for the better stuff. Firepower is number 1 priority, number 2 is range, and number 3 is mobility. So you want firepower 3. Look at that, plus 31%. Anti-aircraft attack is plus 25%. So if you got anti-aircraft, they get this bonus too, because they fall under a category sport. That's absolutely broken, and I've used it so many times I've seen other people just obliterate armies just with support firepower 3. Not even spend anything on range. Range is good, but it's just better to play the waiting game with your firepower, and when they start attacking you, you just boop, fall away. And mobility might be good to outrun the tanks, but people don't really like chasing down artillery because it's really dangerous. Because your tanks or infantry just keeps on getting barraged out as they're chasing. So support support firepower 5. Holy cow, plus 75%, and yeah, that's a lot of dead soldiers. So good strategy. Those are 2 strategies that you could use. either, and you can do the blitzkrieg theory with your tanks, honestly. Oh, blackmail threat, let's go. Okay, why did okay, whatever, this is just a tutorial. I need to pay attention. Do not do that modifier, alright? That is not a good idea. Ignore the in-debt. Anyways, the last strategy I got for you is basically all what I just taught you, but you got to incorporate artillery. This is a very balanced loadout if you have some kind of ground attacking force and artillery with them. If you don't have to have tanks and infantry. Tanks and infantry basically secures a good win if you want. But artillery and some kind of ground attacking force, it is probably your go-to for every single like player on player fight. And if you honestly just attack like with your soldiers and your artillery at the same time, you know, if you try to take out, if they're holding down, you could just send all your artillery and just shoot them out. And if they try coming out to kill your artillery, send your military to hurt them. And that's very good strategy. But basically, artillery, infantry, and tanks all in a line. Or, you know, if you don't like the line strategy and you want to, yeah, you could just take out somebody who wants to hold down. You can send them in. But for somebody who wants to hold down, you got to send your artillery at a safe distance where they can shoot. And if they try attacking artillery, use your military to kill that. There are hold down soldiers trying to kill your artillery. It's very simple. And if you incorporate this, you will see very improvement of your gameplay. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll try to answer any questions you guys got in the comments. Thank you.